Okay, well, welcome back. This is our first update of 2017 and the first time where we've kept an actual promise of doing weekly updates. So here we go. Do you think maybe, Nick, we could keep to our promise of making it 8 minutes long?
I doubt it, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah. So far, they've all been 18 minutes long, and I don't think that that's sustainable from an audience perspective going forward. So let's get right to it. So what have we been working on? I have been rewriting the inventory. And the reason I've been rewriting the inventory management is because it was failing when you save and load your file. Really weird edge cases were failing. And we took a look at it. It was like, wow, we really need to rewrite this thing. And I gotta say, it's one of those things where it seems like a good idea. And now that I am on the 6th day of doing it, I'm like, this sucks. I hate this. I really wish I would have given this task to Nick. That's what I think. But anyway, Nick is working on much more and important things. What are those, Nick?
Last week, it's the last time we did a video, so that's how much time we worked on. But I've worked on mainly getting the map running quickly. So the map's been sluggish when you're moving and sluggish when you're standing still, and now we've basically been able to get it to go, like, I don't know, 20 times, 30 times faster, which allows us to do much bigger maps, which is really important for, I think, the feel of the world is already feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I was playing around with the new map size, and you can see it on your screen right now. It's feeling really good. This is exactly what I envisioned for what the world would look like. It's not a full continent like the continent of Kryn or Faerun or something like that, but it's like a subset of that. But it feels good at this size. So I think this is kind of the size we're going for. And right now we're seeing performance around 300 frames per second at the right size. So all of Nick's work for the last week on performance improvements have really been working. Before we go, I thought it would be good for us to go over some of the feedback we've been receiving on the game through the Steam forums. And there is someone by the name of Brindor out there on Steam, and he took his time to write us a very detailed post. And Nick took a look at that. I think it was just last week when we were about to record or something. You saw that post, and we started talking about it. And so, Brindor, we want to thank you for taking the time to do that, and also using Steam's formatting to make it have nice headers and nice bullets and everything. That was very helpful. So I went through the post and tried to answer to all of your questions. But I thought everybody would like to know a couple of things. So first of all, Brindor's played the game for 10 hours. He puts it at the top of the post, and I just got to say I'm impressed with that, because what we've built so far, we kind of expected people to play about 20 or 30 minutes. So if Brindor's getting 10 hours out of this thing, I'm impressed. In Brindor's post, he specifically said, hey, can I see my mage tower after I build it, like, on the map? And that's a real good idea, and I can't believe we didn't do that. So, Brindor, just for you, we're going to put that in, and that'll be available in the next build. I created a task for the artist to go and draw that, so we'll get that in, and Nick is updating all the map code right now, so that'll get in. And then I want to take a minute and just go over some of his wishlist items, because I thought they were pretty cool. And he says... character generation. Where can I choose and build a custom character with stats and appearance and all that other stuff? And that's a really good question. The answer to that is we haven't got to the creation of the characters yet. There's a bunch of functionality that I'm planning on building out, and it's going to be kind of like Ultima 4, 5, and 6, where it's asking you questions, and as you answer, basically choose the options of the various questions. That's going to define what your starting character is like. So it's kind of like playing out your childhood, and we can do that in a very kind of short period of time. Play out your childhood, and bam, that gives you your starting point. Another thing he asked on his wish list is if the barkeeps would be a source of gossip or rumors or gameplay tips and that kind of stuff. That falls into one of the design principles we have, which is for the game to be telling you about the game. So rather than having some kind of UI interface for maybe seeing the news of a particular town or knowing if a war ended or something like that, you can go and talk to the NPCs and they will tell you about the world. And I think that really helps ground the whole world and make it very realistic, and also I think it plays pretty well. So unfortunately you can't see any of that yet, but that's the way that it's going to be. And then the final thing he says is, will it be possible to hire NPCs and take them into the dungeon with you? This is not a party system game, and I've been very focused on making it a really good single player, like solitary character kind of game. But there will be the ability to have things that you create, like golems or pets that you can bring with you, and maybe NPCs like apprentices or some other things. So the short answer to that is yes, there will be some stuff in order to help you, but you won't control them. They will simply get turns just like the AI does, because I want to really focus the player's attention solely on what the player does within the world and lets the rest of the world kind of happen around them. So thanks for all the feedback and the questions, and if you post on the Steam forums, maybe you too could be part of the video update. And the last thing I'll say is on this inventory rewrite, this is I think like the third time that I've now rewritten the inventory system to be like really expansive and cover all the scenarios that we need, including the saving and loading. If there's any devs out there that would be interested on like, why did you need to write it so many times, and what is so great about version 3 versus the previous versions, I'd be happy to share kind of the definitive RPG inventory system, one that would work for both our game and any other game. So just let me know through the comments or such that you'd be interested in reading about that, and I'll take the time and write it up. But if nobody's interested, then I will not take the time and write that up. Any parting thoughts there, Nick?
I'm excited about the game. I'm
you say that
enjoying moving around at a decent speed. I don't know if you guys are having problems, but like before, the map was pretty sluggish, and it's feeling really good. And I'm excited to be able to do some trading and like really get around the world. I felt a little claustrophobic, so I feel like this last week we've made some really good strides in making the world feel bigger. So
yeah, the map feels real good. So we'll get that out to people as soon as we can. And bam, that was 8 minutes. We're done. Okay, talk to you later, everybody.
Nice.
Bye.
We did.
We did it.
Bye.